And we're in call us by our name. Most intimate to make me leave them driving. The fear is just the same. On and on and on and on. The world keeps rolling like a rolling stone. On and on and on. Hey, comes me on and on. I'm putting my money on the husband of my.
I wouldn't underestimate girl. Just look at this fire drill they're running right now.
Thank y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all for tapping in. Y'all know I'm always on time. Thank y'all for tapping into Yo Cuz podcast. We live streaming today. I got two special guests today. One of the guests has been on the show already. Then he bringing his guest on the Yo Cuz podcast show. We gonna turn up. Hey, I'm always on time. Hey. Hey. Make sure y'all go subscribe, like, comment on this video. We going up, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Yo Cuz podcast. Tap in. Y'all know what it is. It's Cuz, baby. Mode time. Hey, you know you got to get your hustle on. So I pray. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Got two special guests coming on. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, my biggest fan. That's what's up, Cuz. What's up, Cuz? Hey, we about to go up. Come for you. We about to go up, y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. Ain't nothing but it pays the bills. Hey, what you gonna do? Hey, we going up. Hey, what? Yes. Thank y'all for tapping into Yo Cuz podcast. We going up. Y'all know I'm always on time. Always on time. I'm never late. I'm always on time. You hear me? Believe that. Mode time. Got special guests coming on at 8 o'clock. One of the guests has been on the show already, Mr. Teacher. Then he bringing his guest on the show. Her name is Misunderstood. You hear me? Telling you, man, we gonna grow. Thank y'all for tapping in Yo Cuz podcast. Hey, YouTube family, we up. Didn't I tell you that we gonna be up? Oh yeah, we definitely gonna be up. I can't make it on my own. Hey. New merch dropped today too. Website mindovermattoclothingbrand.com. Tap in. Y'all know what it is. Good quality clothes. Gonna last forever. No dye, no scratch, no strings. You hear me? Mindovermattoclothingbrand.com. Tap in. We going up. Hey. Remember back in the days though? This joint used to crank back in the days though, right? You be in the whip like this. Hey. Hey. I used to be like this in the whip. Hey. What you want, dog? Don't you worry. What you gonna do? Pays the bill. Work ain't nothing, but it pays the bills. Nah, for real. We used to be chilling floating down Kenilworth Avenue off this joint right here. Pew. But it pays the bills. Work ain't nothing, but it pays the bills. Mr. Teacher about to tune on in 1 minute. Tune in. Hey, I can't make it on my own. Hey. He became the sun, I became the moon. Precious gifts that we both received. I couldn't take it anyway. Okay. But through is with you today. We gon' y'all got them J's rolled up. Y'all got that liquor pulled up. No chaser, no ice. We don't do no ice, man. No ice. Make it cold. No ice. Tastes better. Oh, snap. All you do is bang, yeah. Hey.
What's going on? I'm good. How are you?
I'm cooling.
Good.
Welcome to the show.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on. Let me close this up a little bit. My business, my background. All right. That's fine. All right. That's cool. Let me bring this up some.
Yeah.
There you go. How you been?
Man, I'm chilling. You feel me? I'm chilling. I'm hanging in there.
You still styling, profiling? You still styling with the threads and all of that?
Hey, listen, I gotta keep that going on. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do it the right way. You hear me? You see me?
Sure.
I keep that on.
I see you.
Yup, I keep that on. Hey, look, I ain't even know he was talking about you though. You hear me? Nah, for real. What's up though, cuz? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm chilling. I just been doing my teaching thing, whatever. Just improving. I'm since we last saw each other, I would have to say I'm growing and I feel better.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. I love that. What's up, cuz?
What up, cuz? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm cooling, man. I'm cooling. Listen, man. Thank y'all for tapping in today. Listen.
For sure.
We going up. Y'all know we going up. Y'all know we going up.
For sure, man.
Special guest tonight, Misunderstood. You feel what I'm saying? She tapped in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know who that is. Y'all already know who that is. So look, cuz, I ain't even got to introduce you, cuz. We're going to put it all on Misunderstood, cuz.
Right.
Misunderstood, welcome to the show.
All right, thank you. A little bit about me.
Yeah, there you go.
What can I say? I teach. That's a large part of my life. I always been out here for the kids or whatever. But I'm from New York originally.
New York in the house.
Yeah, I'm from two places in New York. I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? I'm a suburban urban girl.
Okay.
I'm from the Bronx, and I'm from Orange County. So I'm a little of this and a little bit of that. Facts. I love history. I love to learn stuff. I love to debate, and I really I appreciate this opportunity, and I'm really thankful for you having me on because I do like to just rap a taste, chop it up, whatever. And so I'm glad to be able to be here. Thank you.
Listen, man, I'm glad to have you on the show, cuz.
Appreciate.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to have you. You know what I'm saying? Like I told cuz, this scream gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, bro.
Well,
for sure.
You feel me? It's patient, bro. This all day we gotta do is stay consistent. That's it.
Success is our portion, so it's gonna come.
That's it.
Right.
Mr. Teacher,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad
You
to be
want to
here,
say
man.
something to the family?
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be here again. Y'all know what it is. We on every Tuesday at 8. We got the special guest Misunderstood in the building. And I'm talking to other teachers that may be joining us, because we have been talking about this for a minute. So it's just God's timing, man, and like the opportunity. And you holding it down, man. Your consistency is crazy. But for
Hey,
sure.
listen, you already know, cuz. You hear me? Facts.
So, and I actually had a surprise for you on this intro. I don't know if did you hear the song I made?
Yes, I did hear that joke. Yes, I did. You know, listen, you know, once I sit down and put that joke together, you know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Know.
we might have that might be the little introduction joke.
No, for real, cuz.
Yeah.
Facts. Facts. I like the cuz. Thank you, cuz.
No problem, man. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna share it if that's okay. And then I'm gonna play the song for the people that ain't hear that joke already. I just dropped it, bro. Like I made that real quick.
I seen that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I made that joke in the car on the way home, bro. On the man.
Get out of here.
Mr. T, you already know my favorite part.
Yeah, the running man.
You already heard it before me, dog. That's crazy, dog.
Get at his feet, do the running man. It's crazy.
Right.
All right, watch. All right, so let me
tell them what it is.
So, so it's called Yo Cuz, based on this podcast, and you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, my man, like that jump. Then we might be playing it in the beginning of the shows and stuff
all the time.
But messing with me, we might have a new jump every week. You never know, man.
You hear me? No, for real. You hear me?
Now I ain't gonna hold you. I've been known to like go, excel at the school of Mother Goose because I get you loose. Besides, now I do be nursery rhyming in here, so I might, a little bit. Because I'm from the Bronx, so like I still gotta hold my own a little bit.
Right, facts.
So they started hip hop. Don't even. That's another podcast.
I don't mean too much, but
what you gonna do, right? This is what we're gonna do for Misunderstood, right? Because basically, what she telling us, nigga, she need 2 minutes.
I say, yeah, okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So we're gonna give her 2 minutes at the end of the show.
Okay.
Is that cool with you?
That'll work. Now I'm gonna do it. I got 2.
You got 2? Okay.
I got 2.
Okay, cool. There we
go. I got a little 1 minute 30 second jump. So let me show you how that real quick. See this joke work.
Right, go ahead.
Boom. Because I was going to surprise you. I'm like, I'm gonna put it right on the podcast, but I'm glad you listened.
Right. Hey, listen. We chilling for real. You hear me?
Okay.
You hear me?
The topics tonight gonna be like that. I swear it's gonna get better every week, bro. Like we up. So all right, can y'all see my screen?
Yeah, I can see. I can see. I mean, I see you. Your camera.
You see me in my camera, but you don't see like the YouTube.
No, not at all.
Okay, hold on. Boom, let me see. It's supposed to say present, share. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I'm saying this jump don't. So y'all don't see nothing. You don't see it?
That right there.
You say tune in at 8. Y'all see it?
Yeah,
I do see it.
Okay. All right, let me know if y'all hear this. Just give me like a thumbs. Just let me know.
All right.
Can y'all hear that?
Low.
I can. It's low though.
It's low. All right,
very
hold on.
low.
You all in broad day on a broad.
How about that?
In the moonlight.
I've been dropping these albums and podcasts. Got everything you all in broad day on a broadcast. You can make it rain, change the forecast. Homie did the race, did the whole day. Bring it to your door like a door dash. It's the boss, man. I need one call. It's a dinner mall. What you call that? Boss cold is the winner, but I can make them really fall back. Yo, cuz, you know I be on that. Yo, cuz, yo, cuz, yo, cuz. Every mission I be on there. Louis Gucci into your head. Put me no for fact. You got a game, but I'm not a 10. I never change, though I got a bag. You know I never change, though I got a bag. It matters, speak to the running man.
Running man.
No, you hear me? That beat hard though, bro.
Yeah.
It's a Travis Scott preset.
You hear me?
The one beat, getting cold cut, got a deep flow like the ocean. But we don't live by emotion. We set the streets like a soldier. Same street getting colder. Same street getting colder.
That's your heart, bro.
Your cuz.
Yo, Cuz Podcast. Back again. We on, baby. We on live stream right now. I'm crazy. You hear me? Y'all crazy right now. We up, bro. We up, bro.
Yeah, that's Joe. We up, bro.
Listen, man, God is good all the time, Joe. I swear to God, bro. You hear me? Big facts, man. Big facts. So look, I got a couple of questions for y'all, though.
All right.
Hold on, cuz real quick, cuz if you don't mind, let me do the shameless plug.
Okay.
_ Mr. Teacher official. If you want to hear more music, I'm dropping. I don't know. I got a problem. I drop like every 2 days, man. I don't know.
Just drop every day.
So all the stuff, the Yo Cuz podcast, the music, and then I just did an album. I know if you didn't catch that first podcast, I just did an album, King Sammy, Tales from the Trenches.
Tap in.
All platforms. That's all I had to do.
So Misunderstood, get them your information too. You feel me?
I'm not gonna hold you. I really don't be on. I don't really do social media stuff too much. If you want to hit me on Instagram, you can hit me Janice _Huxtable, JANIECE _Huxtable, like the Cosbys, but not that Cosby, not that Cosby.
Hey, listen. So look, man. So this is what it is. I got a couple of questions for y'all. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna make this thing work. You feel me? We want all true answers, and it gotta make sense. You get what I'm coming from? All right. So look, the first question is gonna be about politicking, y'all. Politics. All right.
We in the right place.
So basically, it's about Uncle Trump and little cuz Eli. You
little cuz, yeah.
Little cuz. Little cuz.
That fake Tony Stark. Mind, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So look, the first question gonna be job cuts. Why are they doing that? Why they cutting the jobs? What's the reason they cutting the jobs, y'all?
Who wants?
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, here's my theory on why they're cutting jobs is to appease the businesses. It's a couple. No, it's two things. I think overall it's to appease businesses. One, that's their bottom dollar. Like that's less payroll that you got to give out, less insurance that you got to pay for. The other thing is, especially with like some of these industries being forced to go back into the workplace, they really don't have space for folks. Because over the like the reason why people left, the reason why people left the office was because of the pandemic or whatever. So they got rid of all of that furniture in those buildings and stuff like that. So now
you know what? I never thought about the
people just standing around like it's a party. Like we just
that's crazy.
So productivity is down. So instead of them fixing the problem and buying more furniture, they rather fire people.
Damn.
That's my opinion. That's my theory.
Right.
What's your theory, Mr. Teacher?
Yeah, so like for one, well, mine's more nefarious. I don't trust them at all. So one thing is all right, so like okay, Republicans always talk about taxes being too high, and they're big on like I guess the economy, like the way they go about it is they about cuts. Like liberals are more so they produce things, they create things. So like most of the cities in our nation are run by liberals, and the economy is really run by the IT, you know what I'm saying? The Silicon Valleys, the New York, all that in the cities, that's really the engine. So they produce things, they come up with the technology and all that for the most part, besides Elon is an exception. But it's just that's been their MO. They're gonna cut taxes, they're gonna cut jobs, they don't like spending. But the thing is, the ironic thing is they're cutting things that's on the other side of the political aisle.
That part.
So it's more so revenge. Like, okay, we came at, you know what I'm saying? Y'all came at Trump. That's how he feel now.
Real.
And my thing is, and we're gonna get into how it affects the DC residents, but it's just like, yeah, like
it's okay to cut, right? But you only cutting people on this side of it. You only cutting government stuff, right? And Republicans used to be, about big business and all that. So they don't like regulations from governments. So if you cut in all these agencies, if you cut like if Trump cut the FBI, they don't got the power to investigate him no more. Cut all these regulatory agencies, they're not going to hold these businesses accountable, so they can exploit you freely. So it's just the rich getting richer at the end of the day. And what unfortunately, with the politics of the day is, it's like they want to. It's always blame shifting. So these business people gonna blame the government for all their problems, like they didn't contribute, and the government will blame the businesses. But it's radical. Like it's really a war. Like, and he cutting stuff. And one thing that's interesting is like in our area, we have a lot of like one thing is like the DODE or something that I just heard about. It's like the Department of Defense, and then they got these contractors.
Okay.
Now what they do is they overcharge. They know they're getting government money, right? So they'll overcharge they'll 20 times as much as what you should pay for it, because they know the government gonna cough it up. So there has been some misallocation and stuff like that, but it's overdoing it in my opinion. Like he's overdoing it. Now they said that once they cut all these government contractors, and a lot of them is military, it's like Boeing and all that. And so Lockheed Martin and stuff like that, for one, that's not going to be good for the DC residents and the people that live in this high cost area. I know a whole bunch of people losing their job.
Yeah.
And so what he's trying to do, like any politician is I hope this is true, that they said they're going to cut them and somebody said they're going to put 5 bands in everybody's pocket that pay taxes.
But look.
But they might cut your career for that 5 bands. They might.
Look at this though, right?
Right? Yeah.
And this for both of y'all, right? Ben know that he laid off 565 federal people, right? So he ain't give them no check because they didn't want to take it, so he just had to let them go, right? So let's say this, okay? Let's say this: if the person that was working the job would have took the money, right? Left the job, boom. Right? So let's say if they would have tried to go get a job, would have stopped the check for coming? Because they ain't gonna give them no whole lump sum. They probably giving like every 2 weeks or every week. So if they get another job, do a stop. Because think about it, unemployment do that once you get a job.
But to your point and to Mr. Teacher's point, like the whole thing, a lot of it boils down to taxes, right? I know, what happens if we print like a lot of money? We just straight like print a lot of cash. We're gonna have inflation, right? So technically, I feel like there's a finite amount of finance or wealth that the country could have before we start to get into inflation. Right. So what they got to do is start shifting money around. And what's happening is that the taxes are about to increase on working people, the 99%, whatever, however you want to slice it, whatever. And the 1%, those corporation owners, the CEOs, all of them, they're going to start getting those, like what they would call, if it was us, they would call it welfare benefits. Right. And so now these corporations are about to start getting the funds that used to go. So, that's why they cut social services, so that there's money to move over to these businesses. That's all. They're shifting money and they're taking it right out of us. That's why they're taking jobs away. We're not about to pay we're not about to pay your salary. We're not about to pay for no insurance for you. None of that stuff. Matter of fact, we're gonna shift. They want to shift so many of the DC federal jobs into like middle America. You want to know why? Because DC, the cost of living is way higher than Idaho. No shade. Shade. We love, you know what I'm saying, the whole country. Yeah, we want all 50 states. Right.
We love our
territories in here. We out here. So shout out to Idaho. But like middle America, the cost of living is not as much. So they don't have to pay out as much for any of the things that they would have to pay in DC. Lastly, everything, is pretty much coded in it's got low seasoning, low racism on it.
Right. You gotta
They not trying to pay these Negroes out here.
No.
No salary,
Yeah.
no insurance,
No
retirement. So they're gonna
No.
move it to their folks because their folks is about to turn on them because they say y'all promised me this, that, and the third, and y'all not giving it to us.
And
Trump fans already turned on him. Like they mad at him, dog.
Because he don't got nothing going. He has nothing to offer right now. Not
Yeah.
even like none of what he said he'll do is happening.
Yeah, facts.
Now, like I want to piggyback on that what you was talking about,
So
because
now the rest of the country gets to be like New Yorkers. We've been said this guy's a like, come on.
Right. Oh, and y'all, and he's from New York. We should have listened.
We not. I mean, it is what it. It is what it is, right? But
like,
you know.
Yeah. So
we'll get through it together, I guess.
What you were saying about changing. So my thing is like, okay, when Republicans criticize like socialism and stuff, one of the main things they say is like, oh, y'all are just trying to reallocate money. Y'all trying to take people money and give it to poor people who they think don't deserve it, even though they work these long hours and stuff like that. And they
throw the rock and hide your hand. That's what they do.
So now what they're doing is they cutting the government jobs, right? And they taking that money and they giving it to their people, right? So they're and then in the city, now think about this. Like, okay, my parents came from Ethiopia, right? There's a lot of like immigrants, right? They come from across the world. They have the good nerve to move to where the money is. They move to the city.
Right.
They move to the cities. In the Great Migration, African Americans move to the cities. So we're gonna give it. So there's some people in these rural areas, and they all have a part to play, but they're not the biggest part of our economy. So you're gonna give them money, right? Instead of them getting up and competing, instead of blaming Spanish people for taking their jobs, come out and compete in the cities with us. Come and compete with these immigrants and stuff that's setting up businesses. They're gonna take city money and give it to these rural areas, and that's where they're getting votes. That's where they don't.
But what the issue is, why are we competing?
Right.
There's plenty out here. This is everybody comes here because it's so much.
Yeah, because it's so much.
But we compete, and that's on capitalism. But
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But
come on, it never be. There's plenty out here.
But they're supposed to be the competitive ones, right? So how you gonna take city money and then give it to people that make like they need to be more industrialized and things like that. They need to build up these rural areas and like bring if he's going to bring back stuff. I don't think there's no way he's bringing back the factories and all that we used to have.
No, but like we could start with infrastructure. That's jobs right there. That's construction. That's like because our infrastructure is
for real. I think Trump. See, so this is my thing. Okay, this is my opinion. Okay. When Trump was in the building at first, everybody wanted him out the building, right? So he got out the building. But before he got out the building, he went and met everybody. You know what I'm saying? So now when he came back in the building, he got TikTok back in 2 minutes because he already met the Chinese people. So it was just a phone call. Hey,
we done. Yeah.
So now when he blind them with the TikTok, because everybody love TikTok.
Yeah.
So he said, you know what? Give me TikTok for 90 days. All right, cool. You got it. Because he done already, bro. He done already built a relationship. That's how he done came and signed everything in 30 days.
I hear you. But it's a agreement amongst thieves, as far as I'm concerned, and we can't be so cheap as to, you know what I'm saying. And I don't mean like pejoratively, whatever, but like as like a country, like we can't be simply satisfied with, out of all the promises he made, he out here talking so big, cause you this. Out of all the things, you got a TikTok, great, but these eggs though, but these jobs though. I can't eat TikTok.
And we're not even like immigration is crazy. Like there's a lot of things.
Face. I'm telling y'all, he playing in our face. He's giving us the least. He giving us what he already had in the bag.
Now for real.
Telling y'all.
For real.
Before we move on from this, if y'all want to stay on this, let me know. But I wanted to say that, like, okay, he's a businessman, and one thing that is an observation is okay. He doesn't trust experts and he doesn't hire experts. And he doesn't respect. He doesn't respect.
Well, he don't either.
Like if I was to ask you how to destroy, like if I was to ask you how to destroy an industry, just put incompetent people in charge of things that they have no experience in. So
teacher, call on me.
give me 1 second.
Yeah, look, I got you.
as far as I just want to circle back on the job cuts. So you had a dude, and his name is Vivek Ramaswamy, and he had teamed up earlier with Elon Musk, and pretty much they put them in charge of just cutting. And if y'all remember Obamacare, Republicans was crying, repeal, replace. They was good at the cut part, but they had nothing to replace. Fact. So they about to destroy all these government agencies and jobs, the CIA, FBI, all these things that protect American sovereignty. And then who's going to replace it? And he's going to put somebody in there that has no experience.
That's crazy.
So Elon's good at Teslas, but you don't know nothing about the government. Trump, you're good at business, but you're not a good politician. So it's like he's going to bring everybody that's like him. And I understand that there's some corruption or whatever that's going on, but you don't undo everything. That's a drastic move. And now who's going to replace it? A bunch of guns. You know what I'm saying?
I got another one for you, though. I got another question for you. Hold on. We're on the road, too.
All right.
You hear me? DC residents and how they are being affected what Uncle Trump is doing. DC residents, how is they being affected?
I feel like you want to go ahead or you want me to go?
No, go ahead.
For me, it's like I know people that's worked their whole life, to get to work on the Hill and things like that, and in a second they've lost their job. So it's not just the people at the bottom. It's people that's gone to school, did their due diligence, did internships, and they have families to take care of. And I'm talking about in churches, and they ain't black. The people I'm talking about, they are struggling because of this man's policies, and it's not just us. But for me, the main thing, because we're inner city teachers and we care for more so at risk and things like that, people that's on the margins. It's like boom. What you got to understand is, all right, PG County has the most affluent black people in the country per capita, the most rich black people, and it's probably in the world because it's America, right? So it's not. I'm not talking about billionaires, but I'm talking the average black person. The richest people is here. And guess what kind of jobs they got? They got government jobs. Why do they have government jobs? They have government jobs because they're protected from discrimination in employment. You can't do that in the military. You can't do that in the government. You know where you can discriminate against black people or colored people or whoever? It's in the private sector. They can say it's something about this person. I don't know. I just think I feel safer when everybody at the top look white. For some reason, but they may not say it like that, but they'll be like, it's something about it. I don't trust it.
That's crazy, man.
You won't know it. But in the government, they make sure at least, let's say it's 13.5% black people in this nation. You're gonna have that. They don't have it, but they're gonna get at least 5% of people in leadership to reflect the nation. You know what I'm saying? If you got 23% of the nation that is Hispanic, shouldn't 23% of the government officials represent those that are actual citizens? Yeah, they should. But they're like, no, we need it all white. Like, we don't trust that. Y'all stay at the bottom type of thing. So that goes to the next thing, which is the DEI. So that's their main thing, is they're trying to cut black and brown. What is this man's main thing? First thing he do coming in, he's trying to mass deport a bunch of Spanish people. I don't know how you're going to figure out who's who without discriminating. On some Hitler stuff, he's attacking the minorities, black people. He's coming at DEI, all the most affluent area in this nation. He's cutting all those jobs. So all you have is these blue collar jobs now, and then they can go back to discriminate against you in the private sector. So we know what they're doing. I'm hip too.
Yeah. What's your opinion?
Yeah, and that's the thing. What I'm seeing is it's a clear stab at, cut at just anybody who is not Palm. Right. Like the way that, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I lost my train of thought, honestly. I'm not gonna hold you.
All right. So,
Some of the things. Go ahead.
so my thing with the question was this. So, so our people could know what the question was. The question was DC residents and how they
Oh
are being.
yeah. Okay, bet my fault. Thank you.
I
Yeah,
got you.
thank
I got you. I
you. You know,
got
I'm
you.
the kids right now. Can you say
Listen, don't worry about it. We're in the zone
listen?
right
Oh,
now. I
embarrassing.
got
Hold
you.
up. Technical difficulty. No, let me stop now. My background's fine. But at any rate, so with DC residents, so like I know that I have to Mr. Teacher's point, I know I have students whose parents work in the government, right? I know that this it's been disruptive for those who have just completely been dismissed. I know that
Right.
it's been disruptive to families who um mom used to work at home and now has to go into the office. And so now how that's changed, like now I have to get childcare. Now that's a whole bill I wasn't even thinking about. That's damn near rent. Some
No, for
places,
real.
Right. That's
and so there's so many levels of both in DC. Keep in mind, while the rent increases,
Every year.
like violently
Every year.
increases,
Every year.
violently increases, right? And so there is this pushing out, and we see this in like other major cities, right? There's this
Right.
pushing out whenever the rent prices increase, is to push out the population that's there. So they want their city back, so to speak. They
that
want DC.
gentrification and all that. Right. Right.
Now I used to teach over Anacostia. The spot where I taught, I I bet you dollars to donuts, it was the highest point in that part of town. I could see the monument, I could see Virginia, I could see it all. It's picturesque, if you will, right?
Right.
And so there is this like slow, and it's about to pick up, I think, because of who we have in charge now and how they're moving. There's this slow
No, for real.
right, like this is like slow action towards getting us out of the cities, moving us into other places and putting us in dire straits, right? And I say us because I mean like anybody who considers himself middle class, full
Right.
stop.
Fact.
Full
Fact.
stop. Not even some, like, yes, we know that there's layers to it for sure, but I mean any of us who are middle class,
What's
right?
your what's your thing of middle class so they can understand, you know what I'm saying, your whole conversation.
Middle class, I think, like, I can't put a dollar amount to it because I feel like depending on where you live,
Right.
the amount of figures ain't gonna really, you could still be struggling out here with damn near six figures.
Yeah.
Right. So I
Yeah.
can't put it in like numerical terms. As a math teacher, crazy. I can't put it in like number terms.
Crazy.
But right, the irony. But I feel like middle class is like those, like it could be a type of job where like where you can move up. It, like you are able to secure a job where you can move up. Right. There are some jobs where they only gonna keep you here.
Living,
But there's
middle class is meaning living by your means.
By your means. Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Because you got low when you broke and you got high when you get money. So when you middle class, it's by your means.
I hear you. I hear you on that. But
look, I'm middle class. You hear me?
I hear that.
Hey.
He said, no, you're right, because middle class is like here. They've been working on getting it here. They've been working on getting it here.
I just want to say, if anybody had any comments or questions, y'all could put that in the jump for Cuz.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then also we probably want to go to the next subject, but I wanted to say that one thing just real quick on that to tie that up, like, is the residents and how they're affected. So I was talking to one of my coworkers who's been in DC for a long time, and they got this thing called the home rule. So pretty much Trump is trying to replace local, municipals. Like, they don't want the mayor, and they don't want DC to be run by,
anybody but the feds.
which is crazy. You know, the reason why that's
crazy, Mo. It's
because
crazy, cuz it's crazy.
Republicans since like the like okay, they've always been about states' rights. They're anti-Fed until you come to DC. Now
But
you don't
DC is not a state, so DC has no right.
But you would think they
Right?
would be for the minority, right?
You would think.
But no, they want the Fed to run DC for some odd reason. But I'm gonna leave that because it's just we need to say something more hopeful. I want to talk about the kids in the future because right now, doing a lot. Like my man on the revenge tour, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So like,
so we're on the next topic, okay?
All right.
Sure.
So the next topic is teacher legends.
Oh, the legacy Jones.
Yeah,
Okay.
legacy.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It say, what do you think is coming for the new generation? What you think that's coming for the new generation? Hey, that's a good question, Mo.
right. It's a lot going on, bro.
Yeah.
Misunderstood. You on?
Yeah,
all right, I'm gonna start off with a little just a line from Mobb Deep. There's a war going on outside no man is safe from.
Right.
That's what's facing our kids, and it comes in different forms. It's not always physical. There's an emotional war that's going on. There's a metaphysical, there's a mental, there's a metaphysical. There's so many different wars being waged against our kids, and there's no one way to protect yourself from it. The large part of it is they got to ground themselves in something. I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's because of my age. I don't know what, but I'm not sure what this generation is about. Like, what are y'all about? And so, because I can't see what they're about, and I'm not sure what's y'all's identity other than y'all just young and wilding.
Especially in the streets.
How do you build? What do you build from with that? Like, I don't. What's your foundation? I don't know. So I'm concerned. I'll leave with concern.
Right.
Love, tons of love, because they out here lost, but a lot of concern.
Yeah.
Right. And the technology, I think, is the main thing, right? The speed. Like it's even this. I don't know. Like there's this prophecy in the Bible that says, like, in the end days, knowledge will increase. Like quickly.
Say that again.
In the end days, in the book of Daniel, it's in the end days, knowledge will increase. Like, so it's talking about
now
they getting smart now, but do they got character? Do they have values?
Nope.
I don't know. And I'm saying, as Americans, I would say we all are entitled. Like, we all are spoiled to some degree. Like, we have too much food, too much stuff. Like, we have too much everything. Like, we got to hold it, like, cut back. Even on technology, like they might even need to, and like they might need technology fast and stuff. I mean, they're gonna get these kids addicted, and because they're cutting government regulations and stuff like that, there's nobody going to protect them from these corporations that's going to use the media, use all this stuff to exploit kids, get them addicted to sugar and social media, and kill their attention spans. And as teachers, we feel that their attention spans. The way I can't lecture, I can't go an hour like I have to OD, just get you to the point, and it's all these reels and stuff.
For it's real, right?
Right. And as a teacher, and of course, there's technology has a lot of good, but it can make you lazy. So that's something else that they got to be on the radar for. But also, on the positive, it's going to be a lot of technical advancements, and life probably will get easier and for the average person, capitalism has some pluses as far as being productive, but it can speed our way to the end.
I got one food, and I'm gonna let you finish, right?
Yeah.
The little ones, facts, right? The little ones and the phones, right?
Don't me, bro.
Do you know how fast iPhones speed up? Y'all know that they always speeding up, right?
Yeah,
that's how fast them kids be. So now look at this. They can't keep still no more. Because you know why they can't keep still no more? For number one, they mad because they ain't got their phone for number one.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
For number two,
Addicted before they know what they think.
If you teaching, they gonna tell you that you taking too long
Right.
to teach what you teach because the phone's moving faster and faster. That's
Now
why.
I gotta do a TikTok dance with my math lesson, bro.
Damn near.
Like, what
Hey, hey,
Damn
they gonna have
hey,
me
bro, I'm
Listen.
just saying, bro.
That's gonna be working though, cause listen,
No,
I
hey,
done
I'm already rapping. I promise you, I probably gonna watch.
hey, listen,
listen.
maybe you'll start something, cuz I just turn you on to the master
You
plan.
might, yeah.
Because
You
think
might have to do
about
something. You
when
gotta
you
pay attention.
teaching, what's the first thing they say? Hurry up! You
Hurry
taking
up.
all
You talking too much. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, you learning too slow, man. Like, me stop. Let me
Right,
stop.
that part. It's not I'm
Yeah, my
talking
kid.
fast, you listen too slow. But that's
no,
my thing,
for real
like,
though, like
mhm.
bigger point though. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the parents can't teach them, so that's why they come to school to get taught. You
That's
know what I'm
another thing. Yeah, no supervision.
saying?
They made the economy to where both parents got to work. You're being raised by the public school and the TV and the media and
Mhm.
the phone. It's really wild. Like, and I think, yeah, people just so engaged. Like, so when you got the phone 24/7, I feel like you don't have any time to stop, reflect, and be with your thoughts. Like, once in a
You
time,
don't.
you don't. You always engage,
Yeah.
and you
Like,
afraid to be with your own thoughts at the end of
and
the
that's
day.
the thing.
What
Like
you?
they have so much access to so much with
There
just
you
the
go.
phone. The issue is that
Wow.
they don't have time to they're not taking time to process it. Like
Yeah,
as teachers, like like we gotta give like some directives or whatever or explain something, let it sit for a moment so that
yeah.
they can marinate, so to speak.
No, for
But like
real,
when
bro.
you just you never satisfied
That's
because
real, bro,
you
for
don't ever gotta
real.
be satisfied. You can always go
Dopamine be
on to the next
hijacking that
thing.
dopamine system,
And
right?
so I'll be like, yo, y'all really coming in here 40 hours a week, like y'all in here 8 hours a day,
Yeah,
40 hours a week, like it's your job.
yeah,
And you mean to tell me you're gonna leave out of here with the same nothing you came in? Come on, let's not
yeah.
do that. But
Mhm.
I
And
also recognize I gotta add a little shuck and a little jive. You know what I'm saying? A little, to get their attention. And it is what it
No,
is
Definitely.
for
because
real.
I happen to be silly. Like I'm a silly teacher. I enjoy it or
Mm,
whatever. But that's me. But that is what it takes, and
right.
especially
It
for
is.
so I teach fifth grade. So they little baby kid, like you know
Oh,
what I'm saying, like they 10, little.
hey, listen, they
So
off
they
the
need a
chain
little.
right now,
Miss
bro.
Blackman, can you? Nah.
No,
Yeah.
they off the chain. I mean, like my own answer for that,
Mm,
my opinion for that is that it's just gonna get worse. The reason why it's gonna get worse is because technology moving faster.
Mm-hmm.
5G. So now gonna be 6G, 7G. So guess what? When you teaching, nigga, you might gotta
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because
you
you
gotta
gotta get
move.
their focus.
Right.
Yeah. You gonna
You
get
gotta
the
get their
movement and stuff.
focus, bruh.
But if
Like
I
for
could, like,
real.
I want to tie in like what we was talking about earlier with like jobs. So I think with it's definitely not all terrible with like the young generation now.
Right.
They have a willingness, they have some level of curiosity, and they are willing to. They're not afraid of technology.
At
They
all.
Mm,
just don't know how to use it the best way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so they lack guidance. And
mm.
I feel like as a teacher, like it should be required the same way gym is required. There should be
Mhm.
some kind of technology class that is required
Literacy.
because of the
Oh
world that
yeah.
we're in. That sets kids up for these upcoming AI jobs that's going to be happening
Yes,
since
sir.
they want to get rid of the government jobs.
Yes, sir.
So now
That's
that means that puts us in a position where we can create our own stuff,
Nah, for
but they
real.
don't want to do that.
Hell no, they don't
and
want to do that.
so hey cuz what we got, like 10 more minutes on there? What we got?
We gonna rock out. Don't
All
worry.
right. All right, bet.
So,
All
so
right. Okay.
so
Okay.
the second question is this right here. What piece of advice will you give a young people? What piece of advice will you give a young people?
I mean, I believe like Misunderstood just said it. Like it's really so. I tell all my students, you live in the DC area, you have all these government contract jobs. The highest need area is IT, cybersecurity, something along those lines. 'Cause we fighting hybrid wars now with China. We got to protect just technical stuff. You know what I mean? Like so. And I got people like, so we working in the trenches. We earn our keep. They give us a run for our money. We love them, but they know they give us a run for our money.
They do.
So, but I got friends younger than me making over 100. They making close to 150 to 200 bands, staying at home because they got an IT job.
Yeah.
And if I could go back, I got I got like 2 grad degrees and things like that. But I would have went straight for the certs,
Right.
certifications. But I'm gonna say that may not. Everybody got a different call on their life. Everybody's not the techie person. But if you could fight
But
through,
you like teaching though, cuz. So
that's what I'm saying. I'm happy.
why
I
would you
mean,
go to, cuz listen, you
I
wouldn't
teach
even
technology,
feel right learning no
right,
IT. You'll be thinking about what the kids doing.
bro.
You
I
like,
tried that jump. I couldn't do it, bro. I ain't got the stomach for it, bro. I
I
tried
know,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm too social. I can't be in no little room. But if you can do that, bro,
It screens
like,
all day.
if you can do that, get that money, please. And you could get yourself and your family situated. You can sacrifice whatever. But there's a part of me that wants to say, do what you have to do before you do what you want to do.
Come
I
on,
like
man.
that.
You took my answer,
So like,
man.
I want to be. We want to blow up on this YouTube. We want to blow up on the
Right.
music.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do what I have to do because it's teaching is one thing, but like it's like you got the gift of gab, you could talk. It's other ways you can get money through talking, maybe with less, you know what I'm saying, difficulty. So
But
you gotta figure out what you're good at and
That
maneuver.
part. That
but
part.
patience. You got to have
Virtue, they say.
patience.
You're
You
right.
feel
You ain't
me?
wrong. You ain't
Patience
wrong.
play a part of your life.
But that's what this generation need because it's the microwave age, and I'm
Yeah.
part of that, and it's gonna get even faster.
Nah,
So
for real, it is, bruh. It
yeah,
is. It is.
Yeah.
Let's move
and,
on to the third question, y'all.
Wait, hold
Y'all,
on. Can I let me drop my piece of advice real quick? My
all right,
piece of
go ahead, fast.
advice,
Go
my
ahead.
piece of advice is
Got it.
that, like I always say, like to kids, everybody knows something that you don't know. You know something that everybody else don't know. So when it comes to like working together with folks and getting together with folks, if everybody does a little bit, nobody has to do a lot.
Yeah.
We be taking on so much sometimes, but if everybody just if everybody bought a brick, we'd have a wall.
Nah, for real, facts.
So no
Say that
Wakanda, but like,
again,
yeah.
though.
and
So
also yeah, good.
Hold up. Say that again. What you just said.
if everybody brings a brick, we'd have a wall.
Facts.
Right. And I just want to say, in any generation, you should have some spirituality, especially when it's all materialistic and technology stuff like that. For example, I'm not even going to Japan and stuff like that, but just know it's like a lot of mental health issues going on. It's a lot of
Yeah.
comparing. These kids their brains are being compared to people that's blowing up and doing this and showing a fake lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
and they feeling bad about who they are, and it's
Yeah.
messing with their self-worth. You need, for
Yes.
me, I go back and tell her, always keep your self-worth no matter what in this world,
I like that.
and then figure out, what you're good at, and then also spirituality, God, like me, I'm a Christian or whatever, but in this technical world, when life is more than money, life is more than social prowess or whatever the case may be, like being popular.
Get it, cuz. Get it, cuz.
You got to get grounded because these businesses are gonna tell you so this is how our economy works. They make you feel like you need stuff that you don't need. They make you feel like you
Oh yeah.
empty without it to keep you on that hamster wheel. So they want you to feel empty. They want you to feel like you need this, and that, and you're gonna burn yourself out trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care nothing about your mental health.
Right.
You
So
gotta do
look,
what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying, to take care of yourself.
Right.
so
Know
look,
who you are.
Right.
misunderstood. It's
Yeah.
on you, babe. Topic 3.
Mm-hmm.
School or the streets? What is the pipeline from school to prison? Man, that's a good question.
Ooh.
'Cause
Yeah.
What's the school to prison pipeline looking like now?
Or what is it? What is it? First of all, let's talk
Oh, what
about
is
what
it?
it
The school
yeah,
to prison pipeline from like what I've like heard talked like discussed about it is basically like there's certain like structures in place at usually it's public schools, public charter, there's these structures in place that mimic the sort of experience that somebody who's incarcerated would have.
Mm.
That could be having to sit in a certain position, having to walk on the right in a straight line, having to eat your meal quickly.
For real.
Right.
For
So
real.
those kinds of
Yeah,
things.
let yourself.
Even the food suppliers, sometimes are the same service for both entities. So it's kind of like it's damn near a junior experience. Is what people are talking about when they say like the school to prison pipeline is kind of like prepping for that level of compliance, even the language compliance.
Now,
Rules and regulations, basically.
also like, and then also like, I don't even know. We're gonna get into it, but I don't know how much I believe in it. But it's this idea. It's this idea that the schools are failing the kids
And what is that?
instead of, if the goal is, all right, schools were originally made to get people ready for factories, and they haven't changed the model since the 40s or whatever. And now, but really, it's supposed to get you ready for the workforce, whether that's go to college and get more skills or just go in the workforce. But that's what, in theory, was supposed to be. But now what they're saying is they're failing at that goal, and a lot of kids are going from school, and that's where they're dropping out of school. They go to the streets. They end up going to prison. And so, and it's like, but the thing is, a lot of it is political. You know what I'm saying? As far as, all right, so like I've been studying, at-risk youth and like the inner city for some years. And when you look at it politically, everybody wants to blame somebody.
Yeah.
They want to blame the schools. Like, I ain't raised these kids.
No,
Like I just got here, honestly.
I'm a teacher. I'm doing my best. I got a couple grad degrees. You can't tell me I'm stupid because I did that out the struggle.
right.
And I believe God put me here, but I didn't raise these kids. So you can't just say it's the teacher's fault. Now, they might have some, or the school's fault, but the school system has been, in the inner cities particularly, have struggles for 50, 60 years, and nobody runs on education and politics. They'll run on water, they'll run on anything like wars, no wars, or whatever. They'll run on the economy, but nobody can say that they'll fix the school system because it's that deep of an issue. Nobody want to play with that.
That shit costs a lot of money to keep up too, bro.
I'm sure.
And that's why it's not to their benefit to keep the schools up. It's to their benefit to allow small catastrophes to occur.
Okay.
The more calamity, the more money you can ask for. Right? Like I even think about like, and I don't want to get too deep or whatever, but like when I think about like just like how special ed is set up, right? Like that's those services that takes money to be able to, but we must have those services, right? So a lot of it is all of this is business. These are schools, yes, that are public, yes, but it's still, the society is still capitalist. Everything. So there's always going to be to go way back to your point about the military, right? For example, right, with overcharging and stuff like that, you just pulling money from the government, and who's the government getting their money from? Us.
Yeah, facts.
So like that's.
But then we don't have a say in how things go, right? So it's crazy.
So, and then also, all right, so the media. So my thing is like, for my students, like, okay, I'm a rapper, Christian or whatever, but it's like, okay, I'm trying to help people not make some crazy mistakes.
Right.
In 18 years, you catch them in middle school. Hopefully, they don't crash out in high school. That's when it gets real unchy. And you gotta either focus in high school, get a scholarship, or even if you don't get a scholarship, you might want to get out your environment, whatever, come back and go back and help your people. There's a lot of ways you could go about it. Some people can't do that, but you could do online school and hold it down at home and just stay on the street. But like, one thing I'm gonna say is that in the same way, okay, it's the media, like hip hop. One thing I tell kids about hip hop is, one, I already said it last time, the people that run hip hop are not black. They don't have your best interest at heart. Them paying text to people like King Von and all them that lost their life for drilling and telling now kids in DC want to drill and bring out switches and all this.
For real, right?
This is not a black person cutting that check. It's not. And guess what? They have stake in private prisons. We know this. Like, come out that the same people that run hip hop, they made a contract with private prisons and then there's a clause in those contracts that says we guarantee that we will keep these prisons full. So how you gonna keep these prisons full? You play that garbage in their ear. You show them that they're nothing but whatever, like low vibration stuff. They believe it, and then they act it out.
Yeah, for real, right?
And they social engineering, and they want to. And then some people want to talk about it's no systematic racism, but just in the media, just the way the media think about police watch that. So when they think about young black man, they looking at them YNs.
Yeah.
Your employers look at that. When they think of young black whoever, they like, nah, what I'm watching on TV every day is this is who these people are.
This is who
That's how they want to paint us. And so it's like it takes a lot for us to it's like we have to stop our own people from selling us,
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like I really it's wild. Like, you don't want to put, but there's a lot of blame that can go everywhere. But it's not just the teachers. You might want to say, okay, it's the parents. The parents got a lot going on too.
Yeah.
We're not even going to talk about how the black family. Like, we ain't even going to that.
Let me say that, bro. It is the parents. I'm gonna tell you why it's the parents, because them the ones that go out and do what they do, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I was saying this morning on live stream, is that the kids don't ask to come in. Bring the kids in. You feel what I'm saying? So it's the parents' fault, because guess what? If that baby father not doing right, why go have another by another baby father? You know
now I think parents, they share the biggest responsibility.
Exactly. There you go.
But because like I said, I just got here. You know what I'm saying? I just got here in August. You feel me? Like I don't even know them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's yours. Your face, not mine. Okay?
Right, exactly.
Unless you trying to slide me them numbers for the taxes. Like, otherwise I don't, but at any rate, like, all jokes aside, like, yeah, I definitely think that they share the largest part of responsibility. Yes. But there's so many deficits. Like, the parents our parents today don't have the same resources and don't have the same mindset as parents 20, 30, 40 years ago. Yeah. And that's for a number of different reasons. I ain't taking blame off of nobody, but I do know parenting seems quite different now than it did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Not me. I don't know. Yeah, no.
Got nothing for y'all.
But go ahead, cuz.
Question 2.
Oh, question 2. Okay.
Is it that we are too hush or too soft?
So the prisoner pipeline. Okay. So like with the context of, okay, if they're saying, I ain't saying I'm saying, they're saying the school is failing these kids, and they are, instead of going to college, it's a lot of them going to jail and stuff like that, like going to the streets, dropping out, especially in DC. Is real bad as far as the dropout rate is concerned. Now, the question is, what's setting these kids up for failure? Are the schools being too hard? Like, so I believe what Miss Understood was saying was like they're being too harsh. Like, they're breaking these kids down to think this is who you are, is what you're gonna be. Like like a statistic or whatever, or maybe more so just training you up for that indirectly. But what used to be the thing was, like, they used to say schools was too hard, that they were, black people are being disproportionately suspended, black kids, boys. Yeah. So, but then the policy went the other way, which is like, okay, now you letting them do whatever. So too harsh is, before you do something, I feel like you're gonna be a little criminal, and I'm gonna treat you like that.
That's crazy.
And I'm not. That's how. It wasn't black teachers back in the day teaching our kids. It was people that thought the worst about us, and so they didn't invest that kind of time and energy. So maybe they was being too punitive for the most part. But the other end of the stick is like, I'm thinking, if you keep letting kids get away with all this stuff, like get away with murder. One day they're gonna go in these streets and murder, and then they're gonna wonder why there's consequences, because your whole life in school, it was sweet. You could do whatever you want and get away with it. So now when you try it in real life, when you buck up on Mr. T can't do nothing with you because Mr. T want to keep his job and he ain't getting locked up for
Oh,
it.
for real. Guess what?
But
Ain't
you buck
nothing.
up on a police, a white police, all right, it's gonna be a different story. You've been able to do that, but you can't do that out there, or whatever the case may be. So it's like, are we being too lenient? Well, and I really don't, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I think the answer to complex problems is always both, like a balance. You got to figure out where you are. But I feel like black people in general the system has been too hard on them.
But
So,
look,
you know what I'm saying? Maybe to find some restorative practices and things, maybe that does help, but it gotta be aligned though. Like, cause some people will take advantage of that.
I got one for you.
To that,
All right.
Do you think back in the days, right, when the kids was growing up, right, you know, they like 1 or 2, they were like, watch, he gonna be bad as a mother when he grow up.
Oh, I hate that.
Get
I
him.
hate that.
You feel me?
Oh,
When the kids used to kick people, and you be like, just stop, Jimmy. You gonna be bad as a mother when you grow up. Is
life
that
and death in the power of the tongue?
Yo, that part. You speaking word curses. Now I'm not gonna hold you. I know exactly what people mean when they say that. I used to also say, "Oh, he bad. What you being bad, whatever." But now that I know better,
right?
I will not talk about a child like that. Bad.
At all, right?
Bad. Your behavior ain't worth a damn. Like your behavior is trash, bad.
No, for
but
real.
You yourself,
behavior is very wild.
You got something on you, and it's causing you to do bad things. But you're not bad.
No.
And I had to tell myself that today. I'm like, listen, they're still kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a long journey where one day it might be like, okay, what Mr. T was telling me, or whatever what XYZ was telling me, I'm gonna go ahead and stop playing around. And sometimes it takes life to get real hard for you to wake up.
No, but God do that though. God put that in the way that, guess what? I'm gonna hit you with this because guess what? You playing over there. So I'm gonna smack you right in the head with something to wake you up. So guess what? When you go back to do it again, you can be like, hold on, nah.
Right.
That's what it say. Yeah, God disciplines those whom He loves and all that. That's what it say. But like, yeah, it's interesting. But like, yeah, I think we do need to give them more grace. I think grace is really, I believe, the answer to all problems. You know what I'm saying? We all sinners, we all bad. Like, we all make mistakes, but we all can grow and become better. And so I think grace is a lot of times usually is the missing thing. Like, treat it like you. Like me as an adult, I make mistakes today, but I feel like, okay, boom, I can learn from it. I'm not always going to be the same person. And so a kid is the same way. You put them in a different environment, you give them different friends or whatever the case may be, or give them opportunity. But a lot of times they don't make the choices. Like, I was stuck in my neighborhood until I could afford to get a car and get away, and I found new friends. But until then, it was like, I'm gonna be bored in my crib, or I'm gonna get with these friends. And then sometimes, but at this age though, like, if we're gonna give like a last bit of advice to the youth, is the company you keep matters. It can make you or break you because you're doing so much at your young age.
People, places, and things.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
So if your friends want you to crash out and fight, them not your friends.
That's not your friends at all.
Like,
don't crash out.
They don't care about your future, your college, your family that you might have to help out. They're not your friend.
So listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
We rocked out today.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tune in next Tuesday. Misunderstood, you tune in next Tuesday?
Oh man, I'm here.
All right, facts. We up. We up. So I say I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. What you want to do?
Okay. I want to cut it down to 20 seconds is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? No, let me see. Okay. All right.
Go ahead. Get yourself together. Go ahead.
All right, hold on. I need the beat from the theme song.
We lit. Thank y'all for tapping into Yo Cuz podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe, share, and drop a comment. We going up. You hear me? Touch base with Mr. Teacher. Y'all already know. And Misunderstood.
I got you on the next week.
Man, we turning up.
Hey, she might be on a feature. You never know on the next track.
Right. You know what? It ain't no fight in it. She is on the feature. You heard.
Facts.
I'm out here.
It's been good, cuz. I'm gonna holler at you.
So what you ain't doing nothing?
What's your
Oh,
name?
all right.
Oh, you gonna give it a
all right.
Okay,
All
let's
right,
do
I
it.
got you, Mother Goose. You know, Mother Goose will get you loose. All right. Lullaby. It's just them, him, and I. Me, him, but it's just you and I. No Jodeci. It's just supposed to be what our blessing is, what the dressing is. Have a salad, sing a ballad.
Ooh.
I don't know. What else? Okay, so you ain't saying
That was tough, though.
It's a work in progress. You know, that was the first draft, though. You know, it was the first draft.
Nice.
Thank y'all. I don't want to give y'all too much.
Nice. I don't even freestyle. That ain't easy. That was good. I ain't gonna hold you.
Listen. We ain't got to worry about it because she got next week.
I do.
So is you comfortable with what you just did?
No, I'm not. I know I could do better than that. But I was so engrossed on my behalf. I was so engrossed in our conversation tonight. I couldn't think about no damn rhymes. You know, I want to be present. All right,
cool. Listen, this is what we're going to do. Misunderstood, give them your social media or how they get in touch with you. Mr. Teacher, do the same thing right out to her because we going up.
All right, you can find me at Janice_Huxtable on Insta.
All right, and you can find me at _Mr.Teacher official, and then check out that album on all platforms. King Sammy, Tales from the Trenches. It's good to be with y'all another week.
Man, listen, man. Thank y'all for tapping in Yo Cuz podcast. We going up. We see you next Tuesday. We gone.
All right, y'all.
100.